Welcome back, Bulldogs. We're so excited to present our newest show. Let's get into it. First up, let's recap Feast Week with reporters Ben and Babakar.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Ben.
And I'm Babakar, and today we'll be giving you
a Feast Week recap. Unfortunately, to start things off, the cross-country meet was canceled due to excessive heat.
But on the same day, we dominated the Olympians on the tennis court.
That's right, North won 6-0, 6-0 in every match on Tuesday.
Then on Wednesday, we had girls soccer.
Yet again, the Bulldogs dominated the Olympians.
JV won 9-0 and varsity won 6-0.
On Thursday, it was time for the boys soccer to take on East.
Correct, and the theme of domination continued, with both the JV and varsity teams winning 3-0.
And finally, to wrap up Feast Week, we had football under the Friday Night Lights.
Last year, North football won 41-0 against East, and this year we won up it by winning 42-0.
JV football also took down East by winning 40-6, and our only loss of Feast Week was 22-34 in freshman football.
That's right, looks like our Bulldogs really did feast this week.
This is Ben,
And this is Babakar.
reporting for BNN.
Go North, beat East. Great job to all our athletes this past week. Now, let's get into why it's important to go to advisory with reporters Jaden and Jayla.
As the year is moving forward, students are needing a reminder as to why advisory is important.
I think advisory is important, number one, for safety, but also we get to learn about building relationships. Some valuable things I've learned from advisory is learning safety precautions throughout the school, but also stuff, especially this year, regarding college. I think students might skip advisory maybe to go get food, even though they shouldn't, because it's a safety precaution.
So to me, advisory, it gets really important when you start talking about relationships. I have seniors now, and I've gotten to see how they have truly become friends over 4 years. So really, for me, advisory is big on relationships. If done well, hopefully in a positive way. I think advisory for me is a time to be pretty flexible with them, to make sure that they have an adult who can help them if they need it, and to also have a support group in the class. I'm pretty sure mine's talking about their life right now, kind of going over different things going on, and I think that really does help them.
This has been Jayla and Jaden reporting for BNN.
Be a good Bulldog and go to advisory. Now, let's learn more about a student who has a sewing business with Amelia and JC.
Today, BNN sat down with senior Melody Wu to learn about her busy schedule.
My name's Melody Wu. I'm a senior at North. I have my own business, and it's called Made by Mel, and I made it this year. And I sew, so I basically sell custom commissions like tops or just anything that people ask me to make. On average, it depends on what I'm making, but usually it'll take me about 3 hours to make one thing. But sometimes some of my friends will tell their friends about it, and then it helps me get more people up. Usually I promote it on Instagram because I have my own Instagram account for it, but sometimes my friends will tell their friends about it and then other people will find out. I go to school and kind of running the business. I do most of my homework at school so that I have time whenever I'm home, and I also use the weekends to work whenever I'm not doing any schoolwork. I'm also part of DECA, and in DECA I'm the Vice President of Marketing, which just means that I come up with and make content to advertise DECA. Being in DECA definitely helped me run my own business because last year I did a project on financial literacy, and that kind of helps me manage finances and everything.
This is Amelia Corney and JC Hardesty recording for BNN.
That was so inspiring. If you could go back in history and have dinner with anyone, who would it be? Let's find out more with Johnny and Drew.
What's up, Bulldogs? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we would like to know if there was one person in history you'd like to sit down and have dinner with, who would it be, why, and what are you guys going to have for dinner? So, let's go find out. All right, who are we here with?
Isaac Carlisle.
All right, and if there was one person throughout history that you could sit down and have dinner with, who would it be?
Ooh, tough question. Probably George Washington.
What would you ask him?
I don't know. How was it like being president?
All right, thank you. All right, Mrs. Prentice, if there was anyone in history you could sit down and have dinner with, who would it be and what are you guys eating?
I think I'm supposed to say like an author because I'm an English teacher, but I think it's Taylor Swift. And I think we're eating whatever Taylor Swift wants to eat.
Good answer. Thank you, Mrs. Prentice. All right, Mr. Marsh, if there's anyone in history you could sit down and have dinner with, who is it, why, and what are you guys having to eat?
So it's not anybody famous. It's actually my third great grandfather, Hiram Marsh, who is where I'm directly lined from, Wisconsin. He's supposed to be born in Vermont in the early 1800s, but we have absolutely no biological records of his parents. So I just want to know who his parents are so I can continue my genealogical journey to find out where we actually come from. What we're having to eat, I really don't care, because it's an answer that my family's been looking for since about the 1960s.
All right, who are we here with?
Cole Stevens.
All right, and if there was one person in history you could sit down and have dinner with, who is it, why, and what are you guys going to have for dinner?
Oh, gosh, freaking darn it. George Washington, cherry pie, because I want to make fun of him.
Why would you want to make fun of him?
Because of the story, which is technically not true, of him cutting down the cherry tree and lying about it. But also, I really think he's awesome, and so I like to make fun of people I think are awesome.
And is the cherry pie because of the cherry tree thing?
Yes, it's 100% because of the cherry tree.
All right, thank you, Cole. All right, who are we here with?
Lydia Cushman.
All right, and if there was one person in history you could sit down and have dinner with, who would it be and why, and what are you guys having for dinner?
Probably I don't know. There's a lot of people. Probably like Michael Jackson or something.
What are you guys going to have for dinner?
Mac and cheese. That's the next meal.
All right, who are we here with?
Hazel.
Anna.
Okay, and if there was one person throughout history you could sit down and have dinner with it, who is it, why, and what dinner are you guys having?
I would say Abe Lincoln, an Italian. Oh, and why? Because he seems pretty cool.
Okay.
I was also going to say Abe Lincoln, and I think that we would have a sushi party, because I think he's pretty cool, and he ended slavery, so.
Pretty cool guy. All right, thank you. Most of you guys wanted to sit down with presidents, which is kind of interesting, but it's not a bad pick. And with that, that is it for this week. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Good job, guys. Now let's review how the women's soccer team felt about beating East with Elizabeth and Brittany.
Gannon sat down with Alex Selwyn and Paige Terry to talk about Face Week.
My name is Alex and I play JV for girls soccer.
Hi, I'm Paige Terry and I play varsity soccer for North and I'm a senior.
I like playing soccer because I really like the environment and all my friends play it.
I like playing soccer because I've been playing it since I was 4 years old, and I've always liked moving the ball around, and my sisters played it, and so I was always around a soccer ball at all times, and it just makes me happy.
Probably beating East all week, so.
My favorite part was obviously beating East in every game, and scoring my first 2 goals there, and it's always a fun time being able to compete against East in the crowd.
How did I prepare for Feast Week? I don't know, I just kind of went into it as every week, but I also had the mentality we have to beat them, so yeah.
I try to mentally prepare with my teammates and listen to music, try and get locked in for the games, and just really, just talk to each other, motivate each other.
This has been Brittany and Elizabeth reporting for BNN.
That was great, guys. Did you attend any of the feast events last week? Reporters Evan and Ben dig deeper into the attendance at these events.
BNN spoke with North's athletic directors to discuss their opinions on how they felt the student turnout was at sporting events last week.
We were really pleased with how many North students we had cheering on the Bulldogs last week. We had over 700 students at our football game. We had over 200 students at each of the two soccer games. Bulldogs were successful in all of those, and I think those things go hand in hand. There was a lot of great energy coming from our student section. I thought they behaved appropriately. I thought their chants were appropriate. I thought they had great energy. They were very positive for the Bulldogs. We were very proud of how our students acted last week.
No, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I think obviously the Northeast week is our biggest week for student participation, but overall, like, this football game was probably the biggest crowd I've seen, since I've been here. And obviously, I think allowing students to get into the game for free definitely helps and entice more kids that probably wouldn't come out to the games to come out because it's free. So, but overall, I think too the soccer games had great turnouts for both games, and I thought it went well.
I think so, and I hope that getting the students in free this year, I hope will continue to catch on, and it won't just be. We always have great crowds with the students whenever we play East. The question is, will our students show up when we're playing East Central or when we're playing Seymour, something like that throughout the year? We hope that they will. We hope that removing the entry fee will help get more students there and keep that energy high.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, like I said, this year is definitely, it's noticeable when you walk into the games and you see kids walking through the facilities and you see kids talking to one another, and it's all of our kids that play a sport, which is great to me for you guys to support one another when it comes to a different sport. I think that's definitely huge.
I know one of the first things that Coach Haston told me after the game, and he posted it on social media as well, is he said in his years that he's been here, that was the best student section we've ever had. A number of the students, the athletes, mentioned how much energy they felt coming from the stands, and they just love playing in front of big crowds. They love seeing their classmates up there cheering and holding banners and all the making noise and being silly, and they love that stuff, and they really fed off of it. So it was a great week for us.
I would say when you see your peer cheering you on, definitely gives you more motivation to do well. See when your friends out there yelling and screaming at you, the only thing you can do is try to do your best. And I think overall, like last week, your peers seeing you out there support them is definitely a benefit, and it definitely showed because it gives all of our kids an extra boost to do well. So
This is Ben Pisotta and Evan Bensi reporting for BNN.
Very interesting. Now let's head over to reporters Izzy and Whitney to learn more about the Radium Girls play.
BNN sat down with Justine Likens
to discuss auditions for the upcoming show Radium Girls.
My name is Justine Likens, and I am directing Radium Girls in the fall. I chose to direct Radium Girls because I think the story is very relevant to today. It's based on historical events, and the more we know history, the better prepared we are for today. The element radium was discovered, I think it was 1898, right at the turn of the century, and it was dubbed like the miracle element because it would make you glow, literally. And so people were under the impression that this radium was good for you. There were all kinds of products that were based around radium, and so there was a watch painting factory that started using a radium-based paint to paint watches. And they hired local girls to paint because the watch faces are very small. It required delicate hands, delicate work. And so they would dip their brushes in the paint, they would paint some numbers, and then to keep their brushes pointy, they would lick the ends of the brushes. So they were directly ingesting this radium. The corporation started to cover up what was really going on because the corporation knew that it was poisonous. Auditions for Radium Girls are September 16th and 17th, I believe. That is the correct day. It'll just be right after school. The longest it'll go is till 6 or 6:30, depends how many people show up, but it will be on those 2 days. We need people to help build the set. We need people to find costumes. We need people to help with makeup. We're gonna need some glow-in-the-dark effects going on, so we'll need some help with that. We'll need some special lighting effects. We'll need people to run sound. So there's all kinds of things to do backstage. If you audition and you don't get in, do backstage. It's really fun, and it gives you a different perspective on the show. I think theater teaches things that's hard to learn in other places. You learn to work with all kinds of different people. You learn to work as a team. You learn to work on a deadline. You learn how to memorize, how to perform in front of people, and those are skills, honestly, you're going to use your entire life, and you will be very hard-pressed to find another activity that will give you all of that in one package.
This has been Izzy and Whitney reporting for BNN.
What's up, Bulldogs? My name is Eva Thomas. And I'm Hannah. Today we're going to go find some students and ask them if they didn't play the sport they played right now, what sport they like to play. Let's get into it. I'm here with Hannah Perry. Hannah, tell us what sports you play.
I play volleyball, I do gymnastics, and I run track.
And what grade are you in, Hannah?
I'm in 11th grade.
If you could play another sport at North and be really good at it, what would you play?
I probably would dive, because that's what my dad did when he was in high school, and I can already do a bunch of flips, so why not?
Good answer.
I'm here with Alec Olhouse. Alec, what sports do you play?
I play soccer.
And what grade are you in?
11th grade.
If you could do any sport at North, which one would you do?
Probably volleyball, because I feel like I have a height, but I've just never tried because that same season as soccer.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm here with Jonah Sipes, and Jonah, what sports do you play?
Right now I just play soccer.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
And if you could play another sport at North and be really good at it, what would it be and why?
It'd be cross country because I feel like I already have the running part now. So.
I'm here with Gabby's freshman, and Gabby, what sports do you play?
I play soccer and unified track.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
If you could play any other sport at North and you would be good at it, which one would it be?
I would like to do gymnastics because I've always found it interesting. It's my favorite sport to watch in the Olympics. And I used to do gymnastics whenever I was a little kid, and I really enjoyed it, but I think I was too tall, but that didn't stop me from doing some flips and just being good at the bars, so.
Awesome, thank you, Gabby.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, Bulldogs. That's all for today. The lesson learned is to branch out and try new things while you have the time and opportunities.
See you next time.
That was hype. It's about time. Let's review fall drinks with Mia and Gabby.
What's up, Bulldogs? Welcome back.
It's Mia
and Gabby.
And even though the weather's not cooperating, the fall season is coming around. And with that comes fall drinks.
So, today we're going to try drinks from Dunkin' and Starbucks on the fall menu. We're going to rate it and try it for you guys.
And we're going to start with the pumpkin spice latte.
Let's get into it. Alright, to start us off, we have the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
As you can see here.
It's a tall. You want to try first, Mia?
Okay.
Oh, that's a face. I don't taste pumpkin.
It just tastes like no coffee and just a lot of like spice.
I don't like, see, I feel the opposite. I don't like coffee, and I don't usually drink it. So any coffee taste is overwhelming to me.
I would have to give this like a 4 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5 because it tastes like coffee, but not that much. Yeah, but.
Maybe you like this.
Perhaps.
Maybe you like
I think this is just in our drink.
Now we have the Dunkin' pumpkin spice latte.
Alright, well, you'll try
first. Okay. That's kind of good.
I'm excited now. Okay, hold on.
It's better than Starbucks one.
Oh, I feel like it's definitely
like
more
pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
It doesn't taste like coffee, which I like.
I'm gonna say a 6.57 out of 10.
I would say probably a 7. Pretty good. Alright,
now on to the apple chai from Starbucks. Okay, so this is the non-dairy apple chai from Starbucks.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah. I'm giving that a solid
I'm gonna have to say an 8. That's really good.
Say an 8.5.
Okay.
This is very good. Okay.
On to the last drink. Okay, now we have a small almond spice coffee. Okay, let's give her a try.
Okay.
Just.
It tastes like watered down coffee.
I would've liked
That's all I taste. I fear I'm gonna be giving this one a 2. Sorry, guys.
Even the flavor I do taste, it's not good flavor. So I'm gonna have to say a 3, being a bit generous.
Now we have, for our last 2, we got one food item from both places, so we're gonna try those now.
Okay, now we have the pumpkin muffin from Starbucks.
It looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
There's pumpkin seeds on the outside. Okay.
I like the crunch from the seeds and the like brown sugar and stuff. Like, I enjoy this.
It just tastes like how it looks. I'm gonna say like a good 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna say like
I've never had this before, so
I'm gonna say 8.5.
Quite the treat.
I have not either. It's pretty good. Our last item is a pumpkin donut from Dunkin'. It's very
As you would
large.
expect.
I feel like it tastes like any cake donut. There's not. I can't. Like,
I'm not getting a lot of
pumpkin.
I don't. It's a good donut.
It's very good. It's a very good donut.
Good way to end off.
I would agree.
So probably a 7.5 out of 10.
I would agree with that. I'd say 7.5. It's pretty good though.
Overall, I'd say that both are pretty good options for a good fall drink or treat. But Dunkin' is definitely on the more affordable side, so if that's what you're looking for, Dunkin's a great option.
Yeah. Personally, I think like flavor-wise, I prefer the Starbucks things. I think my favorite thing that I've had today was probably that pumpkin muffin.
That was really good. I think my favorite thing is the apple chai. That was really good.
That was really good. That was a close second.
So, pretty successful taste test.
Yeah, I would say.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye, Bulldogs.
Bye.
This has been Mia
And Gabby
reporting for BNN.
That's all for this week, Bulldogs.
Thanks for tuning in.
Go North, beat East.